Hey, it's Wade Post with the Wade Post Weather Network, and we're kind of going over some severe storms we're seeing in our area. We've seen some pop ups earlier going on, kind of more out in our west area, but we're taking a look at this severe thunderstorm warning, and then if we kind of zoom out here, we see more of these that are popped up, and I do maybe think that these could all kind of merge together to form one big storm, but we're just going to focus on what we've got right now. The rain, I'm in Chandler right now. I'm about right here in comparison to Chandler, and the sky is looking pretty dark. I'm looking to my east right now, but we're just taking a look at this severe thunderstorm warning that has just recently gone into effect. So it looks like we might have had some hail here in Woodstock with that pretty heavy uh, density on the radar, but it looks like we had some hail in Woodstock or north of Woodstock. If you have any reports, please send them in to me at the Wade Post Weather Network, my Facebook page, or if you know my phone number, you can obviously text it to me. But we have this severe thunderstorm warning going into effect now, barely affecting portions of Nobles County. But yeah, okay, now it is saying there's hail. But anytime there's a severe thunderstorm warning, there's usually hail, so I did expect that. But no, we're just looking at this one here, 50-mile-an-hour winds. You know, it was a little bit windy over here. Had some things blow away. I'm looking out in the yard right now, and I still see some stuff here, but taking a look more at this severe thunderstorm warning. This is in effect until 6:30. It's kind of a pretty lax warning to put out right now, and it was out at 5:55. Uh, uh, so yeah, and I didn't really see much over my neck of the woods here, and of course I'm just on that edge of that maybe hail there. If you look at the radar, but no, just taking a look at the if I can look at the recent scan here, yeah, Lake Wilson might be getting hit pretty good here. Um, Nothing really too crazy. I mean, this was kind of talked about earlier in the day of there could be some pop up showers and thunderstorms, um, and there still is that chance. We might not be out of the woods yet for tonight, but uh, mostly the main threat. We're not seeing threats for tornadoes. Um, but it's definitely might want to get your cars inside and any other things secured down, as the main threat for tonight is going to be wind and hail. So that's mostly where the threat is at. This severe thunderstorm warning expires in 25 minutes, but wind with 50 miles an hour. So if you live in Lake Wilson, Hadley, maybe batten down the hatches a little bit, but if it's not already raining on you pretty good uh, with that, because that hail, and if you're even north of Lake Wilson, maybe you live on 91 or north of Hadley, that would definitely be another situation to get ready for this hail right here. So if I'll just pause it on that recent scan here. So this is where our hail is at. So I'll kind of square it away here. Um, that is where our hail is at, and I didn't really get any hail. I don't see any hail, and maybe the hail could just be, not very, doesn't add up to much. But that's where our hail is at right now. So definitely could be affecting some Lake Wilson areas in just a few moments here, north of Chandler. But kind of zooming out a little bit here, we do have this one area south of Leota. Not seeing anything too crazy with that cell there, and just a whole mess to the north of it. If you go even further out, we got over here by Fairfax and Redwood Falls here, but no, nothing too crazy. I mean, a lot worse than what we got over here. But just mostly kind of some heavy rain. I could maybe see them issuing a severe thunderstorm over by Florence, Tyler, and Ruthven. But that's a big if. Um, or maybe even a Marriott, if it kind of produces more. But we're continuing to track some of these storms here. We do have another severe thunderstorm warning that's over by Scotland and Menno and places that aren't in our viewing area. But we're continuing to look at that as well. Um, but mostly just this. This is kind of not affecting Edgerton as much, I would say, and Trotsky's out of the woods now. For right now, kind of tracking this. See, if you really slow it down, you can almost see kind of how it picked up with the hail a little bit and gained some more intensity. And now that I look at the last scan, that's looking pretty powerful. So if you live in Lake Wilson, I would be getting ready for some hail pretty quick here. That kind of color, that almost whitish, is usually hail on the radar. And when the National Weather Service sees hail of that sort, not of that sort, it's hard to tell what size hail it's going to be, at least for me at least. But if you look at the warning, it'll say. But so it's looking to be $50 size hail. Yeah, so not too crazy, but may cause a few dents in some vehicles. But yeah, if you live north of Lake Wilson and in Lake Wilson, this cell is headed directly for Lake Wilson at least. But yeah, definitely seeing some hail in there and some wind. The wind was, I mean, when it hit, see, and kind of, I'm right over here. And that wind was not pleasant, but it was not crazy. Being in southwest Minnesota, you're kind of used to having not a great amount of wind, or a great amount of wind, I should say. But no, yeah, the wind was not too crazy, but I'm sure kind of more to our north is where more wind will be, uh, yeah, where we'll see more wind. But no, we're just continuing to look at this right now. Uh, Let's try to go back to the most recent scan. Um, but yeah, we're just seeing some pop up severe thunderstorms here, all across the area, more north as you go, really kind of all over the place. Zoomed out way too far there. But mostly kind of affecting southwest Minnesota and southeast South Dakota, but nothing too crazy out of the sorts right now. And we did kind of look at that earlier. I'm going to go back to the Weather Service and just make sure that we are all making sure of the right um, threats here. Most of the area is under a severe thunderstorm watch. That is until 11 p.m. So I'm trying to see the threats, but it looks like a severe thunderstorm watch. And so I'll just take a look here. So up to 2 inches in diameter, that is where we're seeing most of our risk for severe weather. Hail is going to be a big thing. Tornado chances are next to none. I might just switch back to the live camera here so I can show you guys this graphic. So give me 1 second, we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I just wanted to pull that up, and it's kind of hard to do that when you're live, but looking at some of these chances here, and again, flooding is not going to be that big of an issue, but we're more worried about that hail and the wind, and yeah, tornadoes really aren't in the forecast. Um, so storms will develop, and large hail and winds are the primary hazards, like I said before. Looking ahead, yeah, PM storms, and we're going to see those chances for storms come back on Thursday and on Friday. So thanks for joining me on the Wade Post Weather Network. I'll keep you covered. If we've got more going on, I'll let you know. Make sure you're tuned into our Facebook page, well, my Facebook page, the Wade Post Weather Network. I'll be posting some of our alerts on there as well. But thanks for joining me on the Wade Post Weather Network.